Welcome to the fall semester, and welcome to my home. This is an unusual semester. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Brian Kinnerk, and I'm Department Chair for Culinary Arts and Hospitality Management. I'm going to miss seeing so many of you this semester in the Oak Cafe to have the opportunity to say hi and greet you as you come to enjoy some food in our cafe. Unfortunately, we'll be closed this semester, but we're hoping that throughout this opportunity, we're going to share with you some different ingredients and different ideas and some cooking recipes for you to use throughout the fall. So I thought I'd start this week by looking at some of my favorite summer ingredients now that we're coming to the end of summer. And I was inspired by my backyard and by my tomato plants. So today I'm going to show you how to make a watermelon and tomato salad with some feta. Now, as we walk through this, I do have a recipe for you that's available in this article, but I also want you to understand that you can make lots of adjustments. So let's start by taking a look at the ingredients that we have here, and forgive me as I modify this. There we go. So we are going to start, there we go, with some watermelon. So I've taken some watermelon here and I've already cut it into a medium dice. Now, this recipe is designed to feed about 4 people, and I want you to really think about, as you are cooking, how much is each person going to eat? So my goal here is to create about 2 cups, which is going to give me about a half a cup per person for 4 people. This is not a recipe that's going to hold for days on end, so you're going to want to make it the day of. So we're going to start with our watermelon. And then I went to my garden today and I pulled some of these beautiful tomatoes. I have these lovely little yellow pear tomatoes, these lovely little tiny red tomatoes. I've got some green zebra tomatoes, some early girl red tomatoes, and I thought I'd work with some of those. So we want about a cup or so, and I thought it'd be really nice to have the pop of the whole little red tomato as well as the yellow cherry tomato against the red background, and then some of the nice green zebra. So I've already taken almost a cup of tomatoes. I've cut some of them in half. I'm leaving some of them whole, and I'm going to go ahead and add these to my watermelon. And I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of this green zebra tomato because I think it's going to add wonderful color and some great flavor to it as well. I don't need the top or the bottom. I'm going to cut that off, make a couple of slices, and then for all intents and purposes, I'm going to make a nice little dice out of this, okay? There we go. So we're going to add that to our beautiful little salad. And then we're going to add a little bit of red onion that I've already chopped, a couple of tablespoons of red onion to our salad, and some feta cheese. So feta cheese is nice and salty. It's going to go beautifully with our tomatoes and the sweetness of our watermelon. So again, I'm only feeding 4 people here. I don't need a ton of cheese, so a couple of tablespoons is probably enough. And I want to see this in nice dices. So this one happens to come in dices. You could certainly use crumbled if you want to. However you want to buy it is great. If you don't like feta cheese, don't use feta cheese. If you want to use mozzarella, you can use mozzarella, whatever you really like to add to that. Okay, so you can see we've got our tomatoes, we've got some watermelon, that little crunch of our red onion and the saltiness of our feta. We're just going to finish it off with some fresh herbs. I've got some basil and some mint that I pulled out of my garden this afternoon. And we're going to go ahead and just do a nice, technically from a culinary standpoint, we call this a chiffonade, which is a nice ribbon cut of leafy green vegetables. I think it looks really beautiful on a salad like this. If you don't want to do that, you just want to tear them or you want to just chop it up, that's absolutely fine. We're going to put that on the top. We can do that at the end. We can do that in the middle. I like it stirred in. I want that flavor in with everything. And then finally, we're going to do a little bit of dressing. And our dressing is going to be just a little bit of balsamic vinegar and olive oil. So when we think about balsamic vinegar, olive oil, anytime we think about a dressing, it's a 3-to-1 ratio. 3 parts oil to 1 part vinegar. So in this small amount, I'm going to use about a tablespoon of olive oil, or a teaspoon of olive oil. Balsamic vinegar. Teaspoon of balsamic vinegar. And then we're going to use just over a tablespoon of olive oil. Put that on there. There we go. A little bit of salt. Not too much because we know that we have salt in our cheese already. A little bit of pepper. And then we can go ahead and give this a beautiful little stir. Let this sit for a little while. There we go. A beautiful tomato, watermelon, and feta salad. I don't think there's anything that's easier. This talks summer to me. It's so fresh, it's so beautiful. We can go ahead and taste it. If you want to add a little bit of salt or a little bit more cheese or anything like that, you can certainly do that. Perfect. I'm gonna let this chill. I've got the crunchiness, I've got that little bit of saltiness. Really delicious, goes with anything. As I said earlier, this is not a salad you want to sit for a couple of days. So make it today, eat it tonight, make it in the morning, whatever, but don't plan on keeping it for too terribly long, which is why I've made a relatively small portion. I hope this inspires you. I miss you all so much and wish I could see you in the cafe. And I look forward to more opportunities to see you through this medium. Have a wonderful day, have fun in the kitchen, make yourself some salad, make yourself and your family happy. All right, see you later.